How do everybody, and welcome to part 2 of my subscriber special, obviously. This is the deck I made from the booster box I opened, links to which are in the iCard and in the description down below. And for those who haven't watched it yet, spoilers ahead, obviously. This deck is made up from cards, and only the cards I pulled from that booster box, Primal Clash, obviously. Except from the basic energy, which I got from another expansion, because Primal Clash doesn't have basic energy in that expansion. So hopefully that makes sense. So here is the view, obviously. I start off with 3 Treeckos, obviously one of which is the reverse holographic Rare-Holo. Well, no, there, it's a common, isn't it? And I have Grovyle, 2 Grovyles. I decided to go with this line because the agility on Grovyle, well, the attack called agility, it prevents damage from your opponent's next turn. So that's a good thing to have. So I decided to put this line in. Well, that was just one of the reasons. We have Sceptile here, Nurture and Heal, sorry. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may attach a Grass Energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. If you do, heal 30 damage from that Pokemon. I decided to have that one as well, Jungle Edge also for 70, to help heal the Pokemon in this deck. And of course, we run a fair few Grass Energy. So that's good odd. And we also have Sceptile with ancient traits. This ancient trait is called Barrier. When your opponent plays a trainer card, except Pokemon, tools and stadium cards, prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. So if it's inactive and they have a supporter, and that makes you switch, that's they can't switch it because that stops it. Of course, you got Leaf Blade there. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. So potentially 60 damage. That's okay. But this one's mainly for the Power Poison for 120. Discard 1 energy attached to this Pokemon. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Of course, you discard an energy. That's okay. But you really want it for the poisoning your opponent's active poison Pokemon, as well as the barrier bits. So that's why I decided to have this Sceptile in my deck. We also have Lotad, basic Pokemon. But yes, we run a 3 in this deck. And we have Lombre, 3 in this deck. And we have Ludicolo. And the reason why this line is in it is because the captivating rhythm, once during your turn, before you attack, you may flip a coin. If head, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with his or her active Pokemon. Again, if they got a stage 2 out with ridiculous amounts of HP and you want a basic out, so it's a quick knockout, you use the ability, you can have the quick knockout. Especially if this is in your active, you can use Solar Ray and your healing damage from each of your Pokemon. So if your bench is full of 5 Pokemon, and there you go. And we've got the Ludicolo with ancient traits. When this Pokemon is healed, double the amount healed. You could probably much guess that's the reason why I put it. I also like the artwork on it as well. So we also have Astonish. If I can, there we go. Astonish. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffle it into his or her deck. So you're disrupting there, especially if they got a good card or even a trainer support trainer card that they that you think they would need. That will, and it goes back into their deck. That disrupts them. Also have Splash Dance. During your next turn, this Pokemon Splash Dance does 60 more damage. So 120, you do shot in most things, including all the Pokemon on this bench. We've got 2 of him. There we go. We also have the Tynamo line. This is just because the abilities on the final stage evolution. We've got 1 Eelektrik with ancient traits. The Thrash. And you've got the double heal there as well. You want Energy Collect. As often as you'd like during your turn, before you attack, you may move a basic energy attached to one of your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. So if you've got a Sceptile in the active, but it's got no energy attached to it, use the Energy Connect. You can attach all the energy you need, and you can attack your opponent's Pokemon. We don't run any lightning energy, so this line is mainly a on the bench Pokemon. That's why I run a 2-1-1. Now we have a Nidoran female. We run 4 of him. Sorry. And then we run a Nidorina. Nidorina. 3 of her. And we have Nidoqueen. It's a double kick, flip 2 coins. This attack does 40 damage times the amount of heads. So potentially 0 or 80. But this is the reason why this Nidoqueen's in the deck is because the Poison Fang. So 60. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Put 2 damage counters instead of 1 on that Pokemon between turns. So you hit them at 60 and you put 2 damage counters every time it comes between your and their turn. Especially if you can switch it out as well. Put it on their desk, on their bench, and put a new Pokemon in play for them. And as long as they don't discard it or bring it back up into their hand for whatever reason, you're slowly poisoning them. So that's good. We run 2 of Nidoqueen. You also have Nidoqueen with ancient traits. The ancient trait is Barrage. The Pokemon may attack twice in a turn. If the first attack knocks out your opponent's active Pokemon, you may attack again after your opponent chooses a new active Pokemon. We run 1 Nidoqueen. This is the last Pokemon in the deck, because I believe we only had 1 in the box. If I'm wrong, that's okay. The Poison Jab. Active Pokemon is now poisoned. Obviously, self-explanatory there. Dynamite Punch for 70. This Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. Don't apply weakness to this Pokemon, so that's perfectly okay. You just hit him for 70 and you're taking 20 damage. And yeah. But it's mainly about the attacking twice. So you're hitting for 140 if you attack twice there. You are doing 40 damage to yourself. But that's okay. Especially if you get attacking 2 basic Pokemon. So you're hitting, let's say if you've got 2 against a Treecko, you hit 2 70s, knock out 2 Treeckos. They've got no Pokemon on their deck. Well, there you go. Energy Retrieval. As you imagine, putting 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile onto your hand. You run 1. And we have Experience Share, or EXP Share. When your active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, you may move 1 basic energy card that was attached to your Pokemon to the Pokemon this card is attached to. Self-explanatory, as you can imagine. And it's got the yellow card there. Freshwater Set. heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon. So we need to be healed, especially with Nidoqueen there doing damage to itself. You can heal it there. We run 3 of Fresh Water set. Professor Birch's observations. Shuffle your hand into your deck and flip a coin. If heads, draw 7. If tails, draw 4 cards. That's just if you've got a good hand for what you need, then you can get up to 7 cards for possibly a good hand. Rare candy, because they're all evolutionary lines. We've got 4 different evolutionary lines. And we may not have the stage 1 in hand when we need the stage 2 to be played. So that's why we've got the 1 rare candy. If I had pulled a second rare candy, I'm sure it would have been in there. Shrine of Memories. Each Pokemon, evolved Pokemon, can use any attack from its previous evolutions. So we're looking at if Sceptile uses Grovyle's agility, perfect. Because it can't, the opponent Pokemon can't damage that Pokemon. That's possibly Ludicolo also can use a Lombre's beat for 30. If they wanted to, of course. So we run 1 of Shrine of Memories. Teammates. You can only play this card if one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. I decided to go with Teammates because there's a high chance that some Pokemon will be knocked out, unfortunately. But we have 2 Teammates. So 2 Teammates in our deck. Well, my deck. Weakness policy. This Pokemon this card is attached to has the weakness. For the Sceptile line and the Ludicolo line, they are weak to fire. And of course the Ancient Trait is weak to grass. The Psychic is weak to Psychic and the Eelektrik is weak to Fighting. So it's a good range there that they are weak to. So potentially more damage can be done if your opponent's deck runs them cards. But weakness policy negates that potential extra damage. We have 2. And of course we have to include the Enhanced Hammer. Because even though this deck doesn't run special energy, the opponents might. And it's a secret rare. Definitely my favourite card in this whole deck. No offence to the other cards, but this is. And basic energy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grass energy. Obviously, as you can imagine. Sorry, Professor Birch. For your grass Pokemon, we've got water energy because Ludicolo needs water energy for this Splash Dance attack. So I decided to run 3 water energy just in case. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 psychic energy for your Nidoran, Nidorina and Nidoqueen line. I believe that is a suitable amount of energy for that line. Of course, when I was putting this together, I was hesitant. I was taking one out for another trainer card, putting it back in, taking it out. I decided, no, 6 is good enough for the deck. And as you saw, there's no electric energy, mainly because Eelektros, we only have Eelektros in the deck for that energy connectability. It's a bit slow to get up started because it is a evolutionary line. But yes, that is my deck. He says, it's not straight, I know. He says, looking at it. But yes, tell me what you think. To reiterate, I did only use cards from the booster box in my previous opening, so I was strictly limited to cards in that box. Aside from basic energy, of course, which was, as you know, wasn't readily available in. Actually, I think it was only special energy in Primal Clash. So I had to, as per my own rules, go to a different expansion which had energy in order to provide energy for this deck. I chose Evolution's energy, only because it was at the top of the pile of my excess energy pack. So I thought, Evolution's a good design. So yeah. So yes, that's my deck, everyone. Please comment down below what you think. Hopefully you like it. And if you don't, tell me what you would have done differently. Mind you, please bear in mind that I only had the cards in my previous video. Links I should say, iCard and in the description, like I've said before. But yes, I haven't thought of a name for this, but I could call it the Primal Clash Booster Box deck. I don't know. The full list of everything, all these cards, are in the description down below. And if I also put it on my blog, because apparently I have a blog, if I can find it somewhere. Yeah. If you want to run it, test it, see if you like it, and tell me if you think you would change anything. Hopefully it's a it's a healer one, because we're healing got a healing energy. That's healing energy. Yeah, some Pokemon do heal damage. Yeah, that was right. But yes, maybe switch out one tools for another. Do we really need to shine and reminisce? You tell me. But yes, this is the deck I've come up with. I haven't tested it yet. Maybe one day I will. Maybe if I can get the PTCGO working again, I will build this deck up and maybe I'll test it out. Yeah, apart from that, that concludes my very first deck review. Not sure what else to say. If you like it, please tell me. Yes, thank you very much for watching. Please share, like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll do more of this. I certainly enjoyed it, the opening as well as the decks, coming up with the deck. Certainly an experience. I hope to do again. Yes, thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.